Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Hope's Carter News, Luna and Remy Alliance, Steffy saves Liam. According to spoilers for the upcoming 2 weeks of The Bold and the Beautiful, which run from February 17th to February 28th, Steffy Forrester will save Liam Spencer, and Hope Logan will receive some unsettling news from Carter Walton. Let's discuss what lies ahead as Luna Nozawa and Remy Price may possibly establish an alliance. Carter will make the decision not to relinquish Forrester power during the week of February 17th to 21st. Instead, Ridge Forrester's workplace visit will cause further strife, so it won't be long until Ridge is planning with his family once more. In an attempt to devise a fresh takedown strategy, Steffy, Ridge, and Eric Forrester will meet. Although the objective is to sink Carter and Faith Logan as soon as possible, Steffy might still have faith that her Daphne Rose scheme will succeed. Carter will update Hope on anything that disturbs her in the interim. Could Carter acknowledge that Daphne has been betraying him and acting as though she wants more than a partnership on perfume? If so, Hope may begin to piece things together after recalling the scent of Daphne's trail in Steffy's office. Hope might discover their plotting if she discovers Daphne's offer fell into their lap due to Steffy. Speaking of plotters, Remy will visit the Spencer house and meet Luna, who he will find fascinating. Now that his legal ordeal seems to be over, Remy might be hoping to see Will Spencer at his father's house. If Remy now says he is on the road to redemption, he might wish to apologize to Will and Electra Forrester. It's simple to imagine how Luna and Remy could eventually find common ground. Remy will encounter Luna and experience a moment of recognition when she asks him if he's come to fix the air conditioner. Because of all the news reports, Remy might discover that Luna is the one who erased Paul Hollis W. Chambers, and Tom Starr, Clint Howard, from the map. Remy might decide to keep Luna's home imprisonment a secret, though. If Luna eventually receives a miracle and gains her freedom, this could result in a dangerous alliance. Remy will eventually return to Il Giardino and plead with Deacon Sharp for his job back because he wants to stay in Los Angeles. He will find it difficult to speak when he sits down to tell Steffy the truth with John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlin. If Finn just tells Steffy about Luna's enigmatic release from prison, he might postpone his paternity confession once again. In addition to that, Steffy must be aware that Luna is Finn's daughter. Given that Liam Spencer will be visiting the Cliff home, Finn and Steffy might potentially be interrupted. Steffy will console Liam as he opens up about his life not being what he expected it to be, since Finn will allow the ex-partners to spend some time alone. While Steffy pulls Liam from his melancholy mood, Poppy Nozawa will be busy pressing Finn to be quiet again. Poppy and Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, will bond once more later, but this time it will be the quiet before the storm. According to B&B spoilers, Finn will have to make a big decision later. Will he decide to keep quiet, or will he eventually confess to Steffy that he is the father of Luna? In any case, the week of February 24th to 28th will see the continuation of February sweeps. What better way to end this thrilling month than for Steffy to find out about Finn's previous tryst with Poppy and realize that it led to the conception of Luna? Steffy will eventually learn about Luna's paternity and all the drama that goes along with it. The marriage between Steffy and Finn will undoubtedly be severely disrupted by this revelation. Naturally, if Hope seeks retribution for her rival's Daphne plot, Steffy might have more drama to deal with. If Hope plays her cards correctly, this could be her opportunity to strike back and defeat Steffy. We'll give you predictions for all the tense scenes that will unfold over the next 2 weeks, as The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers indicate that there will be some crazy moments and heated confrontations. Lisa Yamada shows that Luna's negative side is still there. According to spoilers and updates for The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, has been putting a lot of effort into persuading Don Diamond's character, Bill Spencer, that she has actually changed. She does, however, occasionally have a playful twinkle in her eyes, particularly when she is secretly watching events at the Spencer mansion and becomes enamored with Will Spencer, Crew Morrow. Fans are unable to determine whether she has changed. Fans are left in a state of confusion about Luna's metamorphosis, and Lisa Yamada wants to capture that ambiguity in her performance. Yamada recently discussed her interpretation of Luna in an interview with SOD, asking whether the character is actually looking for atonement. Yamada admitted to having a soft spot for Luna, despite acknowledging the seriousness of her previous transgressions. There is that victim mentality vibe, because it is obvious that Yamada feels sympathy for Luna, given her turbulent upbringing and numerous difficulties. She was quick to deny, though, that Luna has changed her life completely at this point. She is clearly not reformed. Luna's layers are unhinged. As this dramatic story progresses, Luna's hidden depths may still come to the surface. She's endured so much, but I'm not entirely ready to say she's left her wild side behind and entered a phase of redemption. I definitely believe there's still a hint of madness in her, and that's what adds to her charm, Yamada expressed. She also hinted at varying her performance. Some days, Yamada might adopt a more cunning demeanor, while on others, she aims to portray Luna's feelings with greater sincerity. Lisa Yamada, who is loving the process of bringing Luna to life, says it's all about keeping the audience guessing and alternating between sweet and frightening. Is she for real or pulling a con? The objective is to leave fans questioning whether Luna is truly a victim or if she's merely pretending with a facade of remorse. Yamada certainly manages to convey that ambivalence. Our forecasts suggest that Luna's wild side could resurface in the future. It's not hard to picture her using her newfound knowledge about John Finnegan being her father to manipulate him, potentially igniting more tumultuous drama alongside Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood. Upcoming spoilers indicate that Luna will soon receive the news regarding her paternity, so keep an eye out for the next thrilling chapter in her tangled saga. Both Liam and Remy have returned to the scene. Now that Carter has ruined Hope's irrational little dreams, spoilers for Monday, February 17, 2025's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful hint at the beginning of new narrative arcs. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, at least Liam is always there. It's been over a week and John Finnegan still can't get the words out, meaning Steffy Forrester Finnegan remains in the dark about her husband's latest crazy relative. At least that Luna Nozawa is out of the way, right? Steffy is also preoccupied with Liam Spencer's little problems, because he is still in her life. Since Hope Logan is off having a tantrum someplace, Liam chooses Steffy because he needs someone to confide in. Life isn't going the way Liam had hoped. He doesn't actually have a life. He no longer even has a house, and he is no longer able to visit his sister spouses. Steffy feels sorry for Liam, but since she is now blissfully married, she is unable to worry about Liam's problems. She has faith that he will eventually find the proper woman. He simply isn't ready yet. Although Steffy is there for Liam, she is unaware of the impending storm from Finn. Remy reappears. Perhaps Remy Price never left, but he's back in LA somehow. We never even discovered what happened to him, but he shows up at Dollar Bill Spencer's apartment on Monday and meets Luna. Luna believes the young man in front of her is there to fix the air conditioner, but she is unsure of who he is. After glancing at Luna, Remy questions whether he recognizes her from somewhere, but she doesn't. Does Remy think he will find Elector Forrester at Bill's place, or is he ready to turn over a new leaf and apologize to Will Spencer, Crew Morrow? What are the chances that Remy and Luna will end up together, given that they are both somewhat disturbed? In this LA fashion scene, stranger things have happened. Tune into all new episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful weekdays on CBS to see how these stories play out. Luna's wants redemption, focus shifts to Poppy and Finn. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers indicate that Luna Nozawa isn't going stir-crazy at Bill Spencer's house. But she is restless, and her mood signals that she'll follow in her mother's pattern of irresponsibility at some time soon. It's logical that someone who turned her life and many others inside out and ended 2 lives in the process would be uncomfortable. Bill is urging her to think of a better future because she wants to think that atonement is possible in the end. But Poppy Nozawa's surprise appearance suggests that Luna's objective may be easier to achieve than she or Bill think. Although Park's character was unaware of the soap opera reality, Poppy's quest for her daughter brought her to Luna's residence. Poppy Nozawa is taking in the news. For around 20 years, Poppy was able to conceal her secret. In order to avoid learning the truth, she purposefully chose not to look into if John Finn Finnegan was Luna's father. Poppy begged Finn to keep the fact that Luna is his child a secret from Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, but Finn is enraged and has refused. He wants his wife to know about this crucial epiphany in his life. Meanwhile, Poppy wants to tell Luna who her father is, but was unexpectedly unable to because she's no longer imprisoned at the prison. That brought her to Bill and allowed Luna to overhear her mother's regret. Luna Nozawa's dream is telling. Luna told Bill about a dream that keeps happening to her. She sees Steffy, Finn, and their kids in it. With the exception of Finn, the Finnegan family regards her like a monster. He gives a gaze that seems to be dejected. Luna then feels a connection to Finn after noticing a thread fastened to her. She also talked of a sensation in her gut that she was unable to articulate. That instinct has to do with the long-standing paternity mystery that her father recently resolved through 2 tests he carried out. Yamada's inability to understand her near nightmare is natural. It also highlights that she perceives a connection with Finn, which will soon be proven in a way that changes everything forever. John Finn Finnegan was exploited. It had been stated repeatedly in the discourse that he and Poppy were not connected. Poppy's age was not specified, however Finn recently stated that he was 18 and that she was far older than him. Poppy seems to have been in her early to mid-20s. However, when Lee Finnegan finds out about this incredible beauty, their slight age difference and lack of a genetic family connection will be irrelevant. She will be incensed and believe her suspicions about Poppy have been confirmed. For a short while, Poppy's self-described irresponsible behavior will be the main focus. Luna's eventual self-disclosure or exposure should occur after Finn's probing. The Forrester dynasty's master strategist, Ridge Forrester, had always thrived on high-stakes decisions and power struggles. During the week of February 17 to 21st, he revealed a plan so bold that it rocked the entire Forrester empire. Insiders and fans alike closely examined Ridge's every move as he painstakingly outlined his plan for reshaping the future of Forrester Creations in a series of tense boardroom meetings and covert meetings. In addition to being a power grab, Ridge's plan became clear as the cameras rolled and the murmurs of office corridors became louder. It was a desperate attempt to regain control of a company that had long been plagued by internal rivalries, personal betrayals, and shifting allegiances. He described how significant management changes, strategic alliances, and financial restructurings would open the door to a new era of stability and innovation in measured tones, with every word dripping with calculated precision. His plan was a challenge to anyone who dared to doubt his vision, as well as a reflection of his unflinching confidence. Aware that Ridge's past was as turbulent as it was triumphant, the board members listened with bated breath, some nodding in agreement and others exchanging doubtful looks. Another twist, involving none other than Liam, was developing on the sidelines even as Ridge's rhetoric soared with the promise of a bright future. Liam's unexpected actions would provide a dramatic counterpoint to Ridge's well-thought-out plan. Long regarded as the quiet force behind the scenes and frequently eclipsed by the larger-than-life characters around him, Liam shocked everyone with a revelation that completely changed the course of the week's story. Liam, who was well known for his calm manner and methodical approach to the business, had been surreptitiously watching the inner workings of Forrester Creations, paying close attention to every calculated move. His choice to come forward at a crucial time with information that could derail Ridge's well-thought-out plan, however, was something no one saw coming. Liam's unexpected disclosure of a number of documents that indicated covert financial irregularities and dubious connections that had been brewing behind closed doors put the boardroom in startled silence. Each element was painstakingly spelled forth, presenting a picture of a heritage built on compromises that now threatened the company's future. His disclosure was given with a cool focus that belied the seriousness of the material. The emotive appeal for accountability and the restoration of integrity to an organization that had, in Liam's opinion, lost its way were the main reasons for his astonishment, not merely the statistics. Even Ridge was forced to halt and re-evaluate the foundations of his ambitious plan when his normally restrained eyes flared with determination as he attacked the status quo. As the week unfolded, the atmosphere at Forrester Creations grew increasingly filled with tension and anticipation. Ridge's plan had been devised to concentrate authority, streamline operations, and recover the history that had previously made the company a beacon of excellence in the fashion industry. He maintained that only by adopting strong, decisive action could the corporation fend off the increasing threats from competitors and internal opposition. His plan involved restructuring important departments, cutting out inefficiencies, and even considering a strategic merger with a competitor firm, moves that promised both short-term upheaval and long-term profits. Every word he uttered was burdened with the weight of his years of experience, and his followers in the room nodded passionately, confident that Ridge's vision was the only path forward. Yet, even as he talked with the assurance of a man who had weathered innumerable storms, there persisted an undercurrent of uncertainty, an understanding that the route to renewal was paved with hazards, and that any error could mean doom for a legacy that was already under siege. Then came Liam's astonishing revelation, a bombshell moment that sent shockwaves throughout the meeting. In a carefully planned series of events, Liam produced information that not only refuted several of Ridge's fundamental assumptions, but also suggested that hidden motives had been at play even before the current crisis. His documents revealed anomalies in the company's financial reports, suspicious transactions with foreign partners, and even clues of corruption that pointed to deeper, more sinister problems. The audience became silent as Liam meticulously described his discoveries, each piece of evidence forming a case that could not be denied. It was a moment that underlined the depth of the difficulties facing Forrester Creations, a moment when the facade of stability was torn away to reveal the tumultuous underbelly of business politics and personal ambition. Liam's disclosure was more than just a simple act of leaking information. It was a calculated effort intended to force the board to face the truth and solve problems that had been brewing for far too long. The debate became a microcosm of the larger struggles within the company, reflecting the tensions between tradition and innovation, loyalty and self-interest. As the discussion went on, tensions ran high as Carter's passionate defense of ethical business practices clashed with Ridge's attempts to defend his actions as necessary sacrifices in the pursuit of progress. Carter's eyes glowed with a mixture of determination and sorrow as he recounted how the relentless pursuit of personal agendas had repeatedly eroded the trust that once held the family together. In sharp contrast, Ridge's expression hardened into one of defiance, as if to challenge Carter, and by extension, everyone in the room, to realize that his way, however flawed, was the only way forward in a cutthroat industry where only the strong survived. Carter's words resonated with the passion of a man who had given everything to the company, only to be met with disdain when his loyalty was questioned. The stakes were higher than ever, and the boardroom had become a stage for an epic confrontation that would reverberate through every corner of the Forrester empire. However, beneath the surface of this high-stakes corporate conflict lay a deeper, more personal layer of betrayal and unmet expectations. For Carter, the battle was not just about the future of Forrester Creations, it was about regaining a sense of dignity that had been undermined by years of being ignored and undervalued. Outside the boardroom, however, rumors of the altercation started to circulate through the Forrester Creations hallways, sparking a flurry of conjecture among employees, family members, and fans alike. While some viewed Carter's stand as a necessary wake-up call, a daring declaration that the company could no longer be run on antiquated practices and unquestioned authority, others were concerned that the fallout from such a public display of dissent might cause irreversible family rifts, endangering the delicate balance that had long held the empire together. The media soon became aware of the drama, and headlines soon started to repeat Carter's fervent calls for accountability and transparency, portraying the confrontation as a watershed in the company's illustrious past. The weight of Carter's words lingered like a charged current in the aftermath of the meeting, as the board members withdrew to their private offices and the hum of quiet conversations filled the halls. Carter had not only challenged Ridge on a professional level, but he had also exposed the personal sacrifices he had made out of duty and loyalty. For Carter, standing his ground was a cathartic release and a definitive moment of self-affirmation, a declaration that he would no longer allow his principles to be compromised by those who put their own ambition ahead of the common good. His bravery in that moment sent shockwaves through the organization, forcing even the most skeptical observers to face the uncomfortable reality that change was not only inevitable, but also necessary for survival in an industry as brutal as theirs. As the days stretched into weeks, the consequences of that fateful encounter started to determine Forrester Creations' future. Discussions about reorganization, role redistribution, and even possible leadership changes dominated the boardroom, and Carter's unwavering stand served as a rallying cry for those who felt that moral clarity and principled leadership could still prevail in a world where power struggles and familial rivalries were the norm. While Ridge's demeanor remained as enigmatic as ever, the cracks in his once unassailable authority were becoming more apparent, suggesting a new era where old alliances might be reshaped and new dynamics forged. Ultimately, the confrontation between Carter and Ridge was more than just a battle for control over Forrester Creations. It was a moment of reckoning that forced everyone involved to re-examine their values, question their loyalties, and confront the harsh realities of a rapidly changing world. Carter's decision to stand his ground, to challenge the status quo with unwavering resolve, had set in motion a chain of events that promised to redefine the future of the Forrester legacy. In that charged boardroom, as voices clashed and egos collided, a powerful truth emerged, that true leadership is not measured by the accumulation of power, but by the courage to uphold one's principles even when it means facing the wrath of those who have long enjoyed unchecked authority. And so, as the echoes of that historic showdown continued to reverberate through the corridors of Forrester Creations, one thing became clear: Carter's fearless stand was not just a moment of defiance, it was a beacon of hope for a brighter, more honest future, where every decision was made with the greater good in mind, and where the legacy of a once great empire could be salvaged from the depths of its own internal strife.